The ocean doesn't give up her prize easily. We had coordinates, but out here, coordinates are just a guess.
Then, the sonar painted a picture. Too big for a rock, too shaped for debris.
200 feet down. The pressure is immense. It's a different world.
Leaving the surface noise behind, entering the silent, crushing dark.
And there it was. A ghost blade, reaching out from its sandy grave. A sleeping giant. A vintage transport helicopter, lost for half a century. She was intact, but the sea had claimed her. Every inch covered in life and corrosion.
The tail section had taken the hardest hit during the crash.
We knew what it was. Now we had to figure out how to steal it back from Neptune. We had to dig her out before we could lift her up.
Decades of discarded fishing nets had wrapped around the rotor mast like steel vines.
The entire weight hangs on this one connection point. It has to be perfect.
Cradling the body so it doesn't break apart during the ascent.
She was too heavy for the crane alone. We needed buoyancy.
A blast of air, and the sleeping giant woke up, shaking off 50 years of sand. The longest journey is the vertical one, rising from the abyss. She breached the surface like a surfacing whale, shedding tons of ocean water.
Safe on deck!
The recovery was a success, but the real battle was just starting.
Moving a beast like this on land turns heads every mile of the way.
Her new home. A place of healing.
Breaking into the cockpit felt like opening an ancient tomb.
The smell of the deep sea was overwhelming. We had to blast away the grime just to see what we had.
Complete devastation. Nature had claimed the inside long ago.
The wings of a helicopter. Removing them is heavy, dangerous work. The heart was seized solid. Salt water had fused the turbine blades.
The transmission is the most complex part. It was full of black sludge.
We stripped her down to the bare bones. Nothing left but the soul of the machine.
War against corrosion. Every square inch had to be blasted clean.
You can't fix rust. You have to cut it out like a cancer.
Crafting new bones from raw metal sheets. Old school craftsmanship. Thousands of rivets. Each one a promise of strength.
The tail boom is critical for balance. It had to be perfectly straight.
Sealing the metal so the ocean can never touch it again. Making it quiet inside, preparing for the roar outside. A new deck for new missions. The structure was sound. Now, we needed to give it life. A turbine engine is a puzzle of thousands of precision parts. Every blade has to be surgically clean and perfectly balanced.
The transmission takes massive power and turns it 90 degrees to the rotors. It's a beast.
They call this the Jesus nut. If it fails, your next meeting is with the Almighty. This is the magic disc that translates pilot controls into rotor angles. Without this little box, the helicopter would just spin in endless circles. New veins for the hydraulic fluid that powers the controls. Rewiring a helicopter is like building a nervous system from scratch. The organs were ready for transplant. Lowering the power plant back into its cradle. Marrying the gearbox to the airframe. A perfect fit. Connecting the power source to the lifting mechanism.
Running the power all the way to the back.
The new brain is installed. A mix of classic gauges and modern tech.
Making it comfortable for the crew again.
Replacing the broken eyes so she can see again. New shoes for a heavy bird.
She was whole again. But she needed her colors.
The difference between a good paint job and a bad one is the preparation.
Laying down the shadow before the light.
Giving her back her uniform. A deep, rich olive green.
Adding the details that define her mission.
The warnings are not just decoration. They're written in blood. Yellow tips for visibility when these blades are slicing the air at near sonic speeds.
A little bit of shine to contrast the matte camouflage.
Unwrapping the finished product. She looked disgusting when we found her. Now, she looks dangerous.
Back on the main floor for the final touches.
Reattaching the wings. This is a delicate operation. These bolts hold the entire weight of the helicopter in flight.
The counter torque blades. Small but vital.
Adding the lifeblood for the flight controls.
First drink in 50 years. Jet A fuel.
Waking up the electrical system.
The brain is online. All systems go.
One last look. Trust, but verify.
It's time.
I've rebuilt her. I've rebuilt her.
Now I have to trust my work with my life.
Introducing fire to fuel. The turbine begins to scream. The heart beats, and the wings begin to swing.
She's alive, shaking with raw power, begging to be let loose. We cheated the sea!
From Wreckage to Warrior. Thanks for watching the journey. Hit subscribe, because we are just getting started.